Actually, I was doing the screen sharing Prabhu with the help of Haripriya. Okay.
So you are on YouTube live now.
Yes. So today I'm going to sing a bhajan, Manasha Deho Geho, taken from Sharanagati, written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Manasha Deho Geho, Jo Kichu Mor, Orpilu Tua Pade, Nanda Kishore, Manasha Deho Geho, Jo Kichu Mor, Orpilu Tua Pade, Nanda Kishore, সম্পদে বিপদে জীবনে মরণে সম্পদে বিপদে জীবনে মরণে দায় মম গেলা তুয়া পদ বরণে দায় মম গেলা তুয়া পদ বরণে মারবি রাখবি जो इच्छा तोहार नित्य दास प्रति तुआ অধিকার মারবি রাখবি जो ইচ্ছা তোহার নিত্য দাস প্রতি তুয়া অধিকার জন্মাবি মোরে ইচ্ছা যদি তোর জন্মাবি মোরে ইচ্ছা যদি তোর ভক্ত গৃহে জনি জন্ম হৌ মোর ভক্ত গৃহে জনি জন্ম হৌ মোর কীট জন্ম হৌ যথা তুয়া দাস কীট জন্ম হৌ যথা তুয়া দাস বহির্মুখ ব্রহ্মা জন্মে নাহিয়াস ভক্তি মুক্তি স্পৃহা বিনা যে ভক্ত ভক্তি মুক্তি স্পৃহা বিনা যে ভক্ত লোভিতে থাকো সঙ্গ অনুরক্ত লোভিতে থাকো সঙ্গ অনুরক্ত জনক জননী দয়িত তনয় জনক জননী দয়িত তনয় প্রভু গুরুপতি তুহু সর্বময় ভক্তি বিনোদ কহে শুনো কানহা ভক্তি বিনোদ কহে শুনো কানহা রাধানাথ তুহু আমার পরানা রাধানাথ তুহু আমার পরানা মানস দেহ গেহ যো কিছু মোর অর্পিল তুয়া পদে নন্দা কিশোর হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম রাম হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম রাম হরে হরে মানস দেহ গেহ যো কিছু মোর অর্পিল তুয়া পদে নন্দা কিশোর মানস দেহ গেহ যো কিছু মোর অর্পিল তুয়া পদে নন্দা কিশোর মানস দেহ গেহ যো কিছু মোর অর্পিল তুয়া পদে Nanda ki shore. Hare Krishna. I would like to read the first translation, first verse. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is saying, mind, body, and family, whatever may be mine, I have surrendered at your lotus feet, O youthful son of Nanda. So this bhajan is from Sharanagati of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. The meaning of this song is bhajan is very beautiful, but we don't have time to read the whole translation. So with this bhajan, I am going to start my Chaitanya Charitamrita class, the Madhya Lila, chapter 11, entitled The Beda-kirtana Pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First of all, I would like to pay obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis lotus feet. If I commit any mistake, please forgive me and bless me so that I can do this service for my own purification. I don't have any quality or qualification, that is true. And I am very privileged that I have been assigned this service by Ramananda Kanai Prabhu Das, Ramananda Kanai Prabhu. So thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Humble obeisances onto your lotus feet. Thank you so much. Once again, pranam to all the devotees who are assembled over here. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhuva evacha patitanam pavanabha vaishnavava namo namo. Anantagati Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Binda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Binda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Binda. Vairagya Vidya. Prabhu, 1 minute.
The slides are not moving.
Yeah, now it's Prabhu.
No, slides were not moving. Now it's okay.
Not moving.
No, now you just change it and again came back to the original. Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay. Okay. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Shiksharthameka Purusha Purana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari Kripam Budhiryas Tamaham Prapade Kripam Budhiryas Tamaham Prapade Kripam Budhiryas Tamaham Prapade. This sloka is written by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So today I am going to take the slokas, chapter 11, Madhya Lila, text 42, 14 to text 40. Until text 30 I will take, and 14 to 40, as it is mentioned that from 15 to 40, the text is the conversation between Ramananda Rai and Mahaprabhu. And text 14, arrival of King Prataprudra in Purushottam Kshetra. So here we will discuss few qualities as we will go to the slokas. we will see few qualities of King Prataprudra: hope or faith, patience, submissiveness, humility, finding opportunities to serve the Lord, and compassionate. So whatever qualities should be there in a Vaishnava, all those qualities were present in King Prataprudra. So the first sloka, 11.14. হেন কালে প্রতাপরুদ্ধ পুরুষোত্তমে আইলা, পাত্র মিত্র সঙ্গে রাজা দর্শনে চলিলা। হেন কালে প্রতাপরুদ্র পুরুষোত্তমে আইলা, পাত্র মিত্র সঙ্গে রাজা দর্শনে চলিলা। Here, the slokas I have written, but the translation I didn't mention because I want to, as it is in Bengali, so I would like to translate the meaning from this Bengali verse. So here it is mentioned that King Prataprudra came to Jagannath Puri, Purushottam Kshetra, and Patramitra Sange Raja Darshane Cholila. With his all associates, King Prataprudra went to Jagannath temple after coming to Sri Kshetra Jagannath Puri. Next is 11.15. রামানন্দ রায় আইলা গজপতি সঙ্গে, প্রথমেই প্রভুরে আসি মিলিলা বহু রঙ্গে. So Ramananda Rai also came with King Prataprudra, and at first when Ramananda Rai came to Sri Kshetra, Ramananda Rai went to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Milila Bohu Range. Bohu Range means with great pleasure, with immense pleasure, Ramananda Rai went to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Ramananda Rai Aila Gajapati Sange. Gajapati means Gajapati is no one else, King Prataprudra. In olden days, there were many titles which were assigned to the kings. Like in the purport it is mentioned, like Chhatrapati. We know Chhatrapati Shivaji in our history. Chhatrapati, Narapati, Ashwapati. So King Prataprudra was given the title Gajapati. Next, 16. রায়ে প্রণতি কইল প্রভু কইল আলিঙ্গন, দুইজনে প্রেমাবেশে করেন ক্রন্দন. So here it is mentioned that Ramananda Rai paid obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after meeting him, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him. And দুইজনে প্রেমাবেশে করেন ক্রন্দন. Out of ecstatic love, out of ecstatic symptoms, they started crying. Next one. রায় সঙ্গে প্রভুর দেখি স্নেহ ব্যবহার, সর্বভক্তগণের মনে হইল চমৎকার. So upon seeing their intimate dealing, there were few other devotees also who were present over there when Ramananda Rai came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So upon seeing their intimate dealing, all the devotees became astonished. They mone hoilo chamatkar. Chamatkar means astonished. All the devotees became astonished when they saw their fantastic dealing. Next one, 18. রায়ে কহে তোমার আজ্ঞা রাজাকে কহিল, তোমার ইচ্ছায় রাজা মোরে বিষয় ছাড়াইল. So now the exact conversation is starting between Ramananda Rai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what Ramananda Rai is telling? Ramananda Rai is telling to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Rai kohe tomar agga raja ke kohilu. Whatever you have given me ordered, Mahaprabhu, I told to King Prataprudra, and because of your mercy only, King Prataprudra accepted my whatever I told. King Prataprudra has accepted. So we know that the order, what order Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given to Ramananda Rai. When Ramananda Rai, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri after staying in South India, after staying in Jagannath Puri, when he went to South India, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when you are going to South India, please meet with one devotee called Ramananda Rai. So there Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met with Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai was the governor at that time of South India. So that time they met and they had very intimate pastimes. And before leaving, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was supposed to leave Jagannath Puri, before leaving, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Ramananda Rai that I want you to come to Jagannath Puri. So within few days, I will be going back to Jagannath Puri. By that time, you finish your all these materialistic activities and you come to Jagannath Puri. So this order was given to Ramananda Rai, and now Ramananda Rai is telling that whatever you have ordered me, I told to King Prataprudra, and King Prataprudra has accepted this. I quote a few verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita, same Madhya Lila, 19th chapter and 15th verse. After that, we will try to understand the difference between these verses and those verses. অশাস্ত্রের ছদ্ম করি রহে নিজ ঘরে রাজকার্য ছাড়িলা না যায় রাজদ্বারে. So অশাস্ত্রের ছদ্ম করি, I am sick, I am not able to come, I am not able to join my job. রাজকার্য ছাড়িলা না যায় রাজদ্বারে. So I am not going. There was a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who left the assembly of the king and he stayed in his home. আর দিন গৌরেশ্বর সঙ্গে একজন আচম্বিতে গোসাই সভাতে কইল আগমন. So one day that king, Gaureshwar, that king came to that devotee's house. Suddenly he came to that devotee's house to see whether that devotee told me he is sick, whether it is true or false. রাজা কহে তোমার স্থানে বৈদ্য পাঠাইলু বৈদ্য কহে বেধি নাহি সুস্থ যে দেখিলু. So that king is telling to that devotee, now you know you are not joining my assembly for long time and you are busy at your home with something and you told me that you are sick, but I sent one Vaidya to your house and that Vaidya went to my place and he gave me information that actually you are not sick. So who is that devotee? Can anyone tell? Who is that devotee? Can anyone tell who is that devotee we are speaking about? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I am not able to hear.
Ramananda Rai Mataji.
No, Mataji. That devotee who left the king's place, he had left, he is a very renounced devotee, he left everything and he came to his house to do devotional service, to engage himself in devotional service.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Rupa Goswami ji.
Yes, Prabhu, it is Sanatan Goswami. Thank you so much, Sanatan Goswami. So, next verse. মোর যত কার্য কাম সব কইলা নাশ কি তোমার হৃদয়ে আছে কহ মোর পাশ. So King Hussein Shah, right? King Hussein Shah came and he told that whatever you are doing, whatever you were doing, everything is spoiled because you are not coming to do the job for long time. So everything is spoiled. And what is there in your mind? Please let me know. So he became very angry. Shonato no kohe no he ama hoite kam. Aro eko jono diya koro shomadhan. So now Sanatana Goswami is clearly telling to that King Hussein Shah that I don't want to entangle in your service anymore. So now please you can engage any other person on behalf of me. এত শুনি গৌরেশ্বর উঠি ঘরে গেলা পালাইব বলি সনাতনে বান্ধিলা. So after this thing, he became very angry and he went to his place and he imprisoned Sanatan Goswami. We know the story after that, how he came from the jail and how he went to Vrindavan. This story is mentioned. So why I have taken these verses, we can understand the mood of two kings here. One is King Prataprudra, another is King Hussein Shah. King Prataprudра's mood was very clear to us. It's very clear, like when Ramananda Rai wanted to give up his materialistic position without thinking anything. King Prataprudra accepted his petition. But on parallelly, if we see, when Sanatan Goswami wanted to do the same thing, when Sanatan Goswami wanted to engage himself in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's service, he was not allowed by the king. So from these two story, we can understand that it's very important for a king, for a ruler to be very pious, to be devoted to the Lord. Unless a unless a ruler is devoted to the Lord, it's very difficult for the citizen of that place particularly to engage themselves in devotional service. So one a devotee is, if a guy is devotee, he can understand another devotee's feeling. As Hussein Shah, he was a Muslim king, Muslim ruler, and he didn't have any understanding about Krishna, Lord Krishna, who is Lord. He had fully different religion. So for him, the primary thing was his materialistic thing. His Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, because they were very clever, they were helping him very nicely in his kingdom. So he was not able to digest that Sanatan Goswami is going to leave the job. So that's why he was not ready to accept his Sanatan Goswami's resignation, and because of that, he imprisoned Sanatan Goswami. So there is a small story I have taken. So can anyone read, please, this story of Sanatan Goswami, Prabhuji's and Mataji's? Hare Krishna.
When
Hare
Sri
Krishna.
Sanatana was still young, he had an unusual dream. In his dream, he saw a Brahmana. The Brahmana gave him a Srimad Bhagavatam. Upon receiving the Bhagavata, Sanatana's hair stood up in ecstasy. His dream broke. When he awoke, he saw that the Brahmana and Bhagavata had gone. He became very depressed. The next morning, after he had bathed, while he was seated for worshipping the Lord, the Brahmana appeared carrying the Bhagavata. Standing near Sanatana, the Brahmana said, "Take this Bhagavata, always study it, and all perfection will be yours." Saying this, the Brahmana gave him the Bhagavata and went away. Upon receiving the treasure of holy Bhagavata, Sri Sanatana's ecstasy knew no bounds. From that day on, Sri Sanatana would only study the Bhagavata, leaving aside all other scriptures, knowing the Bhagavata to be the essence of all scriptures.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So here we can understand from the small story that how Sanatan Goswami was engrossed in studying Srimad Bhagavatam. The same thing he was doing. He told the king that I am sick, I'm not able to join your assembly for a few days. And actually he was reading Srimad Bhagavatam in the assembly of few devotees. So when the king came and he saw that Sanatan Goswami is reading Srimad Bhagavatam with few devotees, and after that he got very angry. Next sloka, 19. আমি কহি আমা হইতে না হয় বিষয়, চৈতন্য চরণে রহ যদি আজ্ঞা হয়. So here Ramananda Rai is telling to King Prataprudra that Ami Kohi, I am telling that Ama hoite na hoy bishoy, the same thing. I cannot entangle myself in the materialistic activity. So Chaitanya Charane Raho Jodi Agga. If you, my Lord, I mean King Prataprudra, he is telling to King Prataprudra, my Majesty, if you give permission, I would like to engage myself in the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. তোমার নাম শুনি রাজা আনন্দিত হইল, আসন হইতে উঠি মোরে আলিঙ্গন কইল. So after hearing তোমার নাম শুনি রাজা আনন্দিত হইল, now this verse Mahaprabhu Ramananda Rai is telling to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that তোমার নাম শুনি রাজা আনন্দিত হইল. Hey Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, hey my Lord, when King Prataprudra heard your name, he became very happy, and from his throne, Ashon hoite uthi, from his throne, he got up and he embraced me. Next one, 21. তোমার নাম শুনি হইল মহাপ্রেমা বেশ, মোর হাত ধরি করে পীড়িত বিশেষ. So here again Ramananda Rai is telling to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, you know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when I told about you that I want to leave my job and I want to engage myself in your service, so that King Prataprudra had so many symptoms, so many ecstatic symptoms in his body. And more hat dhori, he caught my hand and he told so many things. He caught my hand and he spoke with me very nicely. Here in the translation, it is mentioned that Sri Ramananda, King Prataprudra was in very humble mood. And whatever he was saying to whatever he was saying to Ramananda Rai, he was saying those things in very humility, in very humble mood. Next one. তোমার যে বর্তন তুমি খাও সেই বর্তন, নিশ্চিন্ত হইয়া ভজ চৈতন্যের চরণ. Now King Prataprudra is saying, তোমার যে বর্তন তুমি খাও সেই বর্তন, নিশ্চিন্ত হইয়া ভজ চৈতন্যের চরণ. You don't have to worry, hey Ramananda Rai, you don't have to worry. You don't think anything. I am assuring you that you can render devotional service onto the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you become tension free. Don't worry. No worries at all. Tomar je bartan tumi khao she bartan. Whatever I was giving you, I mean, he was an employee under King Prataprudra and he was giving, King Prataprudra was giving salary, right? So now he is telling that tomar je bartan tumi khao she bartan. Although you are resigning, but you will be getting the pension. You will be getting the full pension. I will be arranging the pension for you. So that's why you don't worry. You become happy and you engage yourself on the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the king felt separation from the Lord. So he did not want even Ramananda Rai to be separated from Mahaprabhu. King Prataprudra had a long desire to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the previous chapter also, chapter 10th also, we saw he had very long desire to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he was not getting the opportunity to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to take darshan of Mahaprabhu. So he understood that Ramananda Rai also have the same intention. Ramananda Rai wants to engage himself fully in devotional service of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why He understood the mode. Understanding the mode, he accepted his petition. So this is another quality of Vaishnava. Vaishnava is paradukhe dukhi. It's not like that we are helping some materialistic in some materialistic views. We are helping devotees, not like that. Even we help the devotees. We help when a guy is devotee, he helps other. He facilitates other to engage himself in devotional service. That is the quality of a devotee. Santaridaya Navanita Samana. So there is a Kavi who spoke that he compared the Hriday of a Vaishnava with the melted butter. Santaridaya Navanita Samana. So the Hriday, the heart of a devotee is like melted butter. कहत कवि पर कहत न जाना. So now Tulsidas is saying that in this doha, now Tulsidas is saying, कहत कवि पर कहत न जाना. Although that Kavi is comparing the heart of a devotee with the melted butter, but it's not the true comparison. He's not able to compare the thing rightly. It's not true comparison. Why? Nija paratapa navaneeta. So what happens? What is the quality of the butter? We see whenever we take the butter in front near some heat, that butter gets melted, right? So a devotee is not like that. So from this line, nija paratapa navaneeta. So the quality of the butter is whenever it associates with some heat, it gets melted. So a devotee's heart is not like that. That means whenever a devotee is suffering, he is not melted by his suffering. His heart is not melted by his suffering. Paradukha dravai sanata sapunita paradukha. So a devotee's heart gets melted when a devotee sees other devotee's problem. Whenever a devotee sees other devotee is suffering, so that time a devotee's heart gets melted. So this is the quality of a devotee. The same quality we can see in King Prataprudra. King Prataprudra, although King Prataprudra he had no scope to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he had that quality. When he saw when he saw Ramananda Rai, he wanted to meet Ramananda Rai, wanted to engage himself. He that time only, without any thinking, he accepted his petition. So this is the quality of a Vaishnava. So all the qualities, as we saw in the previous slides, all the qualities, whatever is there in Vaishnavas, every qualities were there in King Prataprudra. Krishna himself told to Arjuna, in Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, we can see few verses where Krishna explained the qualities of a Vaishnava, and even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, 26 qualities are mentioned. And even in third canto, Kapil Dev spoke to Devahuti, his mother, about the qualities of a devotee or qualities of Vaishnava. So all those qualities were present in King Prataprudra. Next verse 23. আমি ছাড় যোগ্য নাহি তার দর্শনে, তারে যেই ভজে তার সফল জীবনে. So here the king is telling that I am not eligible. I don't have any quality. I am not deserved. I am very fallen. I am very abominable. That's why I'm not getting a meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is telling these things in very humble mood. Before we saw that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Ramananda Rai was speaking these things that I want to engage myself, all these things. So that then King Prataprudra woke up from his throne and he hold Ramananda Rai's hand, and all these things he is telling. Holding Ramananda Rai's hand, he is speaking in the humble mood. He is speaking that I don't have any qualities, I am not eligible, I am a materialistic person, I am king. So maybe that is the reason I am not getting an interview with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And but not a problem. Whoever engage in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's service, his life is successful. So one more thing we can understand from this sloka, a Vaishnava is non-envious. He has no envy. Even though we see that King Prataprudra is trying so many ways, trying so many chances to meet Mahaprabhu, but he is not able to meet. But at the same time, Ramananda Rai is now going to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramananda Rai is now going to engage himself in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's service. But King Prataprudra has no envy in him. Very nicely, he is allowing Ramananda Rai to go there and serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was very humble. He was very humbly, he was speaking. Humility, one good quality of a Vaishnava is, one most prominent quality of a Vaishnava is humility. So there are so many things we can say about humility, so many aspects of humility, how we define humility. So in general, we say if I write some letter to our seniors and I write that at the end of the letter, I write that your humble servant, Anangamanjari Priya Dd. So while writing, I am expressing my mood. Or sometimes it happens that whenever a devotee gives some service to me, and that time what I say that no Mataji or no Prabhuji, I don't deserve. I can't. I mean, you have given me that service. I am ready to do, but I don't deserve that service. So I am very fortunate to get that service. So all those things we see, it happens it happens. But the most important thing is whatever we are writing or whatever we are reading, whatever we are speaking to the other devotees, the same thing, do we feel in our heart? This is the main thing. The most important thing is the humility comes from inside, not from outside. Humility is not the showing things that externally I am writing or externally I am speaking. It's not the actual humility. Okay, if someone is writing or if someone is telling out of humble mood, okay, it's fine. But the main primary thing is, the most important is feeling from the heart. So humility is nothing but the warmth inside our heart. So few days back, I was hearing a lecture of Har Krishna Nitai Sevini Mataji, and she was nicely explaining about humility. She was telling that actual humility means whenever we are assigned some service and we are pleasingly doing that service. I mean, suppose I have assigned some service with some devotees, and with that devotees, I don't have any understanding, or I have some issues are going on with that devotees. So even though some issues are going on with that devotees, but I am accepting that service, whatever I have assigned to me and that devotee, together I am doing the service, together we are doing the service, that is called actual humility. So if I tell that no Mataji or no Prabhuji, I can't do this service because I have some issues or misunderstanding with that devotees. So here it comes our false ego. So I am expressing my false ego in a disguised form. So it's not humility. So one one practical, actually, when I was hearing this line from Mataji, I was connecting myself, with same instance had happened in me. Few years back, I was doing some service with some other devotees. So because of something, because of some situation, my personal situation, I was not able to do that service for a long time. So after few years, when my situation was okay, so I again wanted to join that service, and I asked that devotee that I want to join this service with you again. But I didn't get any reply from that devotee because I had some issues or we had some misunderstanding in the meantime, and that devotee didn't reply me. That means I can understand that that devotee is not ready to do service with me. And even when I approach few of my senior devotees, they also did the same thing. They didn't tell me directly that no, you can't do that service with that particular devotee, but they denied, or they diplomatically they answered. So I could understand that, okay, now because I have some issues, or because that devotee has some issue with me, material issues, it's not spiritual, material issues, so I am not allowed to do the same service with that devotee. So when I was hearing that lecture, I was connecting myself. I same instance had happened with me. So that means, as our Guru Maharaj told, that whenever we are doing any devotional service, we are in the shelter of ISKCON, we're in the under the Chhatra Chhaya, we say, of ISKCON. Although we may have some disagreement, although we have some issues with other devotees, it may happen, it's natural. But whenever we are assigned some service with their devotees, we should accept that for the pleasure of Krishna and for the pleasure of Guru and Gauranga. So that His Grace, our Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, even in few lectures I heard that should be the mood of a devotee. So here, King Prataprudra is telling to Ramananda Rai in very humble mood. Next one. Text 24. পরম কৃপালু তেহ ব্রজেন্দ্র নন্দন কোন জন্মে মোরে অবশ্য দিবেন দর্শন. So here it is mentioned that Paramo Kripalu Teho Brajendra Nandan. Now King Prataprudra is saying that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead, Brajendra Nandan, and he is very merciful. In some lifetime, he Aboshoy means definitely in some lifetime, he will give me his darshan. So another quality we get from this sloka, how he is patiently waiting, although he tried for a long time to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya or through other things, but he was not able to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he is patiently waiting. He didn't give up his hope. That is the another most prominent quality of a Vaishnava. In Ramayana, we saw that when Matang Rishi gave up his body, he told to his disciple Shabari that one day Ram will come and meet you. So that time Shabari was very young, and Shabari was waiting until her 40 years. She became very old, and each and every day she was waiting that today Ram will come, tomorrow Ram will come, maybe day after tomorrow Lord Ram will come. So every day, each and every day she was waiting for Lord Ramachandra. So she didn't lose her faith. She didn't lose her patience. Because her Gurudev Matang Rishi told, she had that faith on her Guru. That's why she didn't lose her faith. So in the same way, we can see King Prataprudra also didn't lose his faith. He had a big faith on Mahaprabhu, on Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that's why he is telling that no worries. Now, at present moment, I'm not able to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but somehow, sometime, maybe in next birth or maybe in other birth, definitely I will be able to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here I quote few verses again from Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 10.19. ভট্টাচার্য কহে তেহ আসিবে অল্প কালে রহিতে তারে এক স্থানে চাহিয়ে বিরলে ঠাকুরের নিকট আর হইবে নির্জনে এমত নির্ণয় করি দেহ এক স্থানে রাজা কহে ওইছে কাশী মিশ্রের ভবন ঠাকুরের নিকট হয় পরম নির্জন. So in this verses we can understand Bhattacharya means Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is speaking to King Prataprudra. Actually, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to South India, leaving Shri Kshetra, that time King Prataprudra was feeling separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and very submissively, as another quality of a Vaishnava, submissive inquiry. So very submissively, Ramananda Rai was asking question to to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, that why this saint Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has left us, why he has left this Jagannath Kshetra, and why he went to South India. Because he was feeling separation. And even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Sri Kshetra and he was meeting the devotees and he was doing all those pastimes, and King Prataprudra had heard all those things, and after that hearing all those instances of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, he had a immense desire to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Sri Krishna himself, Brajendra Nandan Sri Krishna. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left Jagannath Puri and went to South India, he was not feeling good. And he was asking Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya when he left, why he left, and when he will come back. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya replied that he is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead and he is independent. Lord is always independent. So that's why Lord went there. And don't worry, King, he will come to Sri Kshetra very soon. So now in this loka, we can see that Sarvabhauma is now telling to King Prataprudra that now no worries, hey King, hey Raja, now in very short period of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to Sri Kshetra, and now one big thing we have to do is we have to arrange a place for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to stay. So now Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is asking some place. So, My Majesty, do you know any place? And that place should be near Jagannath Temple. And even though that place is near Jagannath Temple, that place should be lonely place. That place should be a solitary place, so that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can do his bhajan very nicely. Now, King is telling that, yes, I know there is a person named Kashi Misra, and his house is near near Jagannath Temple. So I can arrange his house for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's stay. So we know that Gambira, even now, if we go to Gambira, we can see that place that is near Jagannath Temple. So from these verses, we can understand that the mood of King Prataprudra, how, a Vaishnava's mood is always service attitude, is another quality of Vaishnava. So same thing, King Prataprudra is also having a very good mood. He is having service attitude. Because of this service attitude, he is arranging a place for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And even for this service attitude, he knows the value of doing service, rendering service to a devotee. So in the previous slokas also we saw that even though Ramananda Rai wanted to quit his job, his king Pratap accepted it, and not only accepted, he also he also arranged his full pension. So it is we can see that it is nothing but the service attitude of a devotee of King Pratap. Because of that, he was doing all this service. Next sloka. যে তাহার প্রেম আরতি দেখিলু তো মাতে তার এক প্রেম লেশ নাহি কো আমাতে. So now this sloka, this thing is told by Ramananda Rai. So now Ramananda Rai is telling to King Prataprudra, যে তাহার প্রেমার্থী দেখিলু তোমাতে. Now one devotee is glorifying another devotee. That is another quality of a devotee. One devotee glorifies, always engaged in glorification of other devotees. So now and we know that Ramananda Rai is not a person like us. He is none other than one of the Ashtashakis who has incarnated as Ramananda Rai. He is Lord Vishaka, Gopi Vishaka. So we know her position. Even though he is in this ecstatic position, he is glorifying King Prataprudra, who is a materialistic king. Externally, if we see, he is a materialistic king. But Ramananda Rai is now glorifying King Prataprudra. যে তাহার প্রেম আরতি দেখিলু তোমাতে. Now he is telling, Ramananda Rai is telling to King Pratap, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that I saw a very different mood in King Prataprudra. That mood I don't have. That mood, 1% of that mood also I am not having. That mood I am seeing in King Prataprudra. So next one. প্রভু কহে তুমি কৃষ্ণ ভকত প্রধান, তোমাতে যে প্রীতি করে সেই ভগবান. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Ramananda Rai, hey Ramananda Rai, you are the foremost devotee of Lord Krishna, and whoever priti kore, whoever behaves you nicely, or whoever loves you, whoever shows you affection, she boro bhagyavan, he is very fortunate. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very pleased after hearing those qualities of King Prataprudra. Before we see that King Prataprudra was as King Prataprudra is a materialistic king, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is refusing to meet him. Externally, it's not good for a sannyasi, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken sannyasi to meet a materialistic man and a king. We can say that a king is most materialistic. So because of that reason, externally Mahaprabhu didn't want to meet King Prataprudra. But now here we can see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now becoming very happy after seeing all these qualities in King Prataprudra. Next one, 27. তোমাতে যে প্রীতি হইল, তোমাতে যে এত প্রীতি হইল রাজার, এই গুণে কৃষ্ণ তারে করিবে অঙ্গীকার. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling to Ramananda Rai that this much love he is having, King Prataprudra is having this much ecstatic symptom, this much love to you. You means Ramananda Rai, as he was a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ei gune, because of these qualities, as I mentioned, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is seeing all those qualities of a Vaishnava. Those qualities are also present in King Prataprudra. So ei gune, because of these qualities of King Prataprudra, Krishna tare koribe ongikar. Somehow Krishna will accept him. So we know Krishna means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. So indirectly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling that because of these qualities, I am going to accept him very soon. Indirectly he is telling. Text 28. This sloka is taken from Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is telling to Arjuna, Yame bhakta jana partha, name bhaktascha te jana, mad bhaktamscha ye bhaktas, te me bhaktas tamamata. So here it is mentioned that Krishna is telling to Arjuna that, hey Arjuna, who claims to be my devotee is not my devotee, but who claims to be my devotee's devotee is my genuine devotee. The same thing we can see when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that King Pratap Rudra is pleasing Ramananda Rai. That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu now understood that King Prataparudra became my devotee's devotee. As Ramananda Rai is my foremost devotee and King Prataparudra is serving my devotee. If we serve Krishna's devotee, we know Krishna become pleased. So as Ramananda Rai is, as King is serving Ramananda Rai in various ways, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood that all those qualities are there in King Prataparudra. So King Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very pleased. So I will be finishing till 28 only today, as time is also over. So as a gist, we have seen here that the Lord came to Sri Kshetra and went to Jagannath Puri, Jagannath temple with his all associates. Then Ramananda Rai also came with Gajapati, and first Ramananda Rai went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to meet with him, and their conversation started. And their conversation was like Ramananda Rai was telling that when he went to King Pratap Rudra and petitioned him about his resignation from that job, King Pratap Rudra willingly accepted his resignation. And after that, even though he facilitated Ramananda Rai with the full pension. And after that, after hearing all those things, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very happy. And even King Prataparudra was also very happy. Even though he was feeling separation from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he allowed Ramananda Rai to engage him in the Lord's service. So all these slokas, we can see so many qualities of King Prataparudra. He has no envy. He was patiently waiting to get an interview with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He didn't lose his hope or faith that some lifetime I will be able to take darshan or I will be accepted by Sri Krishna. And he was in a very humble mood. He was inquiring with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in a very submissive way, he was encouraging to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. All those slokas were present in other chapters, like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come. And we saw that how a devotee is very eager to serve another devotee by facilitating another devotee in Lord service. That is the one good quality, one prominent quality of a devotee. And all those things. So with these slokas, I would like to finish the class. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much once again to Ramananda Prabhu for giving me this opportunity to serve all the devotees and to glorify the qualities of Ramananda Rai, to glorify the qualities of King Pratap Rudra, and to glorify Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And please forgive me if there is any mistake. Thank you so much once again. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam pavanabha vaishnavava namo namo ananta kati vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
for wonderfully covering the beautiful conversation between Ramanandra and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then also discussions between King Prataprudra, Saru Bhattacharya, and Ramanandra. So various contexts you have covered nicely, and you also given the wonderful lessons for us being sadhakas need to develop, qualities we need to develop. Couple of most interesting and important qualities we understood today is like from King Prataprudra. One should be very, very disciplined in our devotional service, as I was also mentioning in one of Bhagavatam class yesterday, that in our devotional practice, we must be completely determined and disciplined, because devotional practice, what we performing is not to show off our talents, our qualities to others. This is just between me and my Lord. So Lord understands, Lord notices, but what required from us is determination and fully disciplined in our devotional practice. Because if we are not disciplined in our devotional service, and if we are not engaging our heart in the service of the Lord with the pure love, it is not possible. That is the whole reason why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come down, Krishna has come down as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and giving us, showing us the way how one must perform the devotional practice. Otherwise, this whatever we do, this becomes like only a part-time business. So for us, the devotional service should be a full-time business, as Prabhupada always mentions. This should be our aim of life, and this should be a process of our way we lead the life. Rest all things should be only supplementing to this activity. So humility, what King Prataputra has exhibited, that is very, very important for sadhakas. Otherwise, we kept puffed up. A small thing we do, that also it is not because of us. We take a good class, good kirtan, good whatever we do, devotional service, and we get puffed up. Say, oh, I'm so great. The humility is something which we need to learn from these pastimes. King Prataprudra. So he was a king. He never got envious also when he realized that Ramanandra was so close to Supreme Lord, and he was not. As king, he himself could not meet. Forget about serving the Lord Chaitanya Prabhu, but even meeting Lord Chaitanya Prabhu, he was not allowed. But he never gave up. He was non-envious, he was humble, and he encouraged Ramanandra. And most important thing about all these things is the take-home message for all of us today, is that whatever devotional service we do, it is not because of our own efforts we'll reach the God or we'll attain our goal. It is only and only because of the devotees. Like how Saru Bhattacharya tried to convince Lord Chaitanya Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu has tried to convince Lord Chaitanya Prabhu. Now Ramanandra is trying to convince Lord Chaitanya Prabhu to describe the qualities of King Prataprudra, to create that feeling of love. Of course, Lord knows who King Prataprudra is, and he already has that kind of a very deep attachment towards him. But the whole thing is a pastime for us to show that it is not because of our own effort you can reach me. It is because of the devotees. When devotees are not helping you, devotees' mercy is not upon you, you will never be able to reach me. So this is the lesson which Lord Chaitanya Prabhu wants us to learn. So though King Prataprudra is a wonderful devotee, only because of the mercy of all other devotees, he could finally reach. We are going to discuss and hear more about King Prataparudra's, how he becomes, Lord embraces him very soon of Rath Yatra, so that we are going to experience. So, thank you very much, Mataji, for wonderfully explaining the whole nectar. This is becoming more and more nectarian as we progress. This chapter, next couple of chapters, very, very important for sadhakas. And too, we heard from Mataji today in her native Bengali accent, because each one of us, like we sing all these verses in a different way, the way we like, but this is original Bengali accent that gives more, it gives more sweet nectarian taste. Thank you very much once again, Mataji, for a wonderful class. We heard from you after a very long time, maybe years probably. Totally, I was trying to see when you took the last class for us, but I couldn't locate. Maybe it is definitely more than a year. So still, you are always ready to serve us. Of course, we understand that you had your own challenges in your personal and spiritual life. So now, since everything is being taken care, we hope to have your association more frequently and also hear from you regularly. Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you once again. Devotees, have any other comments, questions? Mataji can. Mataji is a native from Mayapur, and she has she definitely has that experience of witnessing Lord's pastimes in that Governmental Parikrama. So she has very wonderful realizations of the Dham. So as we hear from Mataji, definitely these realizations will help us in our spiritual progress. Devotees have any questions, comments? Can take advantage of Mataji's presence here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
It is a very basic question, but I'm asking because I wanted to clear something. That's why. As Mataji explained that King Prataparudra materialistic, but materialistic person. But I think I am not. Just for my clearance, I am asking. King Prataparudra was the previous life also. He was some big personality, no, some incarnation or something like this. But here he came and he served. So the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows everything. Who is he? But even though Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling he is the person like materialistic person, that's why no, I can't allow him to meet him to me. So these are the expressions Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expressing. So in the last class also we heard that ki I to whom I should not meet. Why you are doing the favor of this type of people to meet me? Like Mahaprabhu is telling. And here also is telling that. So it is to teach us only, it is explaining. Otherwise, King Prataparudra, not a materialistic person. He is the very elevated Bhakta, Prabhu. Correct, Prabhu? Correct, Mataji, like that only?
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
So, Prabhu, this is basically a pastime which Lord Chaitanya Prabhu is performing, just for us to understand how a devotee should be. Two lessons we learn is being a sannyasi, he is not supposed to, Lord is not supposed to associate with materialistic people and women. So that is a message very strongly he gives. So it not only means only sannyasis. This is for those who really want to advance in spiritual life. they should avoid asat sanga. So this is a message we get. And second one is that through this pastime, Lord wants to show us, though King Pratapudra is wonderful devotee, he never gave up. He never get discouraged, thinking that Lord is not giving his association to me. So we should have that kind of determination and this one in our bhakti, so that we at the end we see the Lord. So these are the messages we get.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Mataji, Mataji, you have some question? Then unmute.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, pranams to all the devotees, Panchang pranams. Prabhuji, I have a small question. Thanks a lot, Mataji, first of all, for explaining it all so well, and you have a very sweet cuckoo voice. The verses were sung very beautifully by you. Thank you, thanks for that. Actually, I just want to know, when we come to Krishna consciousness, naturally our motives and desires are impure. And our enthusiasm is surcharged with the mode of passion and self-importance. Or gradually, after hearing about Lord's mercies and Rup Gun, Naam, Lila, etc., our heart is transformed. So, can you give me some tips to transform our motivation towards only bhakti? I just, if you can give some nice, good points to broader my little mind, I would just love to hear it from you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Panchang pranams to all.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, pranams to you. Mataji, as per my understanding, is the most important is the association. So association only with the good association. I mean, association also have different variety with the good association. So there may be some association we are going where we are entangled in talking materialistic things. What happened to me? What happened to my home? What happened to my kid? What happened to my husband? And so many things, blah blah. So it's not the correct association. So the association one should maintain, a good association one should maintain. If one maintains the good association, Mataji, automatically that energy will transfer. If there is a one pure devotee, and if we associate with a pure devotee, and automatically his or her energy will transfer to me, and in this way we will be more enthusiastic. And offline association, whatever it is possible, we have to take. And after even taking offline association, because offline association we are taking maybe weekly once or twice, but online association is very important. In the ISKCON Desiratory, or you can see in the YouTube, there are lots of lectures given by Maharajas like Radhana Swami Maharaj, pure devotee of Lord, our Holiness, His Holiness Japakatha Swami Maharaj. And there are so many examples of our ISKCON gurus and sannyasis. They are genuinely a great devotee, no doubt. So if we hear those lectures, so of course, our mood will be transformed. One thing. And another thing, Mataji, as per my understanding, we say that if we chant or if we do satsang, automatically all those qualities, whatever is there mentioned, 26 qualities, all those qualities we will be inculcating in our life, right? But my understanding is, okay, this is true, but we should endeavor from ourselves also. We should not say that, okay, I am chanting very nicely, I am taking good association. Okay, every day I am hearing Radhana Swami Maharaj association lectures. Every day I am hearing Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj this one lecture. I am chanting very nicely, 16 round, and so nicely I am doing seva and all. Because you can judge yourself only. I can't judge you, and I don't have any ability, and I'm not I don't have that adhikar to judge you, right? So you can judge yourself only. So when you are judging yourself that, okay, I am doing all these things very nicely, and I am waiting, okay, Krishna, maybe one time, maybe one time it will come that I will be envious free, or I will be more enthusiastic, or those qualities which are there in devotees, that will be also inculcating in me. So if we see it like that, in that way, na Mataji, it will not work out. Yeah, of course, if we do chanting, if we regularly do our bhajan, automatically that quality will come. But and that quality, when it's coming in inside your mind or inside you, you will not understand this. Maybe sometime you will understand, okay, before I was getting so much angry, right? But I'm not, but nowadays I'm not getting these things, I'm not angry. So somehow sometime you can understand, but you will not understand that when it happened. Okay, at the same time, you have to endeavor from your side. External endeavor, that is, internally it will come, but externally also we have to endeavor for that good quality. Suppose criticizing some devotees, which is prohibited, it's not good. If we criticize some devotees and if we make our sadhana, so it's no use, it is nullified, our sadhana is nullified when we are criticizing some devotees. So that endeavor should be there. When we maybe some devotee has done something, or maybe it's not good, whatever it is, but you just be you just avoid these things. And if someone is telling also, you just don't hear this, you avoid this. And this consciousness should come within you. This, you should have that consciousness that, okay, now maybe few Matajis are talking about few devotees criticizing. Okay, that consciousness, that feeling should be there inside you. Okay, I should avoid that. That awareness should be there actually. If you don't have that awareness, and you doing your sadhana, I am doing my sadhana, and at the same time I am doing those things also, then no use. Like the elephant is taking bath and coming out and again putting mud on himself and again going and taking bath. So this thing is happening in with us. So internally, of course, hearing Prabhupada's lecture, Guru Maharaj's lectures, all those things will of course help you. Good sadhana, associating with good devotees, of course it will help you. But you should be also aware that, no, I should not criticize, no, I should not do this thing, no, I should not feel envy. So externally also you should endeavor for these things, and we should pray to Lord Krishna. Even though we are in Kali Yuga and we have so many all these things are there in us, we can't deny that. And we should pray to Lord Krishna that we should the all these qualities should be slowly, it should be eradicated, so that enthusiastically we can serve ourselves, we can engage ourselves in the service of Krishna. That is my understanding. So Prabhu, you can add something.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji, for your nice question also. As Mataji said, we should have this endeavor from our side, because nothing happens automatically. It is like if we are not putting our endeavor to correct ourselves, we will be like a pot with so many holes. We try to pour water as a way of association, chanting, devotion service, whatever we do. If the pot is having hundreds and millions of holes, so whatever we pour, everything will go into drain out, waste. Nothing will remain. So there must be endeavor from our side also to make sure that we are completely involved with love and devotion. Like I was also explaining in yesterday's Bhagavatam class that there should be a frequent introspection within ourselves. Like what level am I chanting? Am I chanting for what am I chanting? For what I am in bhakti? I'm doing bhakti. So this introspection should be there very frequently. This is how many great devotees they select Ekadashi day to do introspection. So what happened for last 15 days? Am I progressing in the right direction? What are the another still I'm carrying in my heart? So this introspection we do and we correct ourselves. So always this should be a regular phenomenon. It's not once in a week or once in a month or once in a year. So this correction should take place very frequently. so that we can develop the love towards the Lord. Because even when we chant the holy name of the Lord, chanting should not be for the sake of chanting because somebody else told 16 hours chanting for regular principles. So it should not go on mechanically. The chanting should be a mood because our Acharya said that we should do bhakti by following footsteps of Vrajavasis. So, what is the footsteps of Vrajavasis? Vrajavasis mood is feeling of separation. So, when we chant the holy name of the Lord also, so when we chant with the feeling, with the mood of separation from the Lord, so automatically the love will develop. So, we need to at least try to practice one round every day. The feeling, real feeling of separation that really I'm suffering, Krishna, I'm away from you. Please help me to come back to you, associate with you. Because knowing well, Lord also is waiting for us. I'm sure most of you attended this Brihad Bhagavatamrita where Krishna, when he sees Gopakumara, how he expresses his feeling. He says that, where have you been all this time? I'm waiting for you for so many days and years, and of course, there's no time factor in spiritual world, but this is mood of Krishna. So he is waiting for us. So the same mood we should also develop. When we have that real feeling of separation from Krishna, then only we'll be able to advance. Otherwise, this becomes mechanical and this goes on life after life. So endeavor should be there from our side, and we have to work for that. Take guidance from the Shiksha Gurus, senior devotees, and then definitely, because as our spiritual master always says that this life should be a last. We should go back home, back to God at the end of this life. So we should really work hard. It is not that it will happen automatically. Really, we have to work hard. Even children, when they are preparing for exam, we tell, as a parent, we tell that, oh, study properly, do properly, focus. But when we perform bhakti for our final exam at the end of our life, if we don't do this with the same mood, with a completely focused, so what are we going to do and how are we going to pass the exam? So the determination, endeavors, and effort from our side must be there to develop the love, and feel of separation is very, very important for whatever we do. Then automatically things will fall in place and we get back to our goal. Hope this is clear, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, very well said by you and Mataji. I understand it that bhakti is meant to transform our hearts so that pure devotion can grow. And only then we can harvest the sweet fruits of pure devotional service. As Mataji told me 4 points: good association, chanting, bhajan, and endeavor, externally and internally also, like by doing good sadhana, hearing lectures and all. But Prabhuji, the main thing is, I'm not adamant, but what I feel is how to handle others. There are those who are competing with us out envy, and they make us realize every day, as you said, that pot having holes. So I want to avoid any error from my side. So how to have a big heart? I just wanted to know this. So Mataji has given very nice points. As Mataji told about herself also that, other Matajis were not giving seva to Mataji. So even I have faced all this in the beginning when I joined, like people thought she has come for a few months and she'll leave. But bhakti is not all about this. If you love God and you have blessings, mercies of Him. So just that's why I felt like hearing from you and Mataji. Hare Krishna. Panchang pranams to all the devotees. Thanks a lot, Mataji. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji.
So Mataji, here what I will say you that we can avoid those people better. Give them blessings from your heart. You should feel good for them, not that envious or not bad we should feel for them, that because they didn't give me or they were treating me like that. You should not feel bad. Of course, it is natural for us to feel bad, but you should inculcate those qualities. You should not feel bad, and rather than you should give blessings to them, that they should be happy. And that is a lesson for you, and avoid them. In future, it should not happen. So that's the thing I can say.
Yes, Mataji, my conscience was all very clear, and I cried many times at home. It was the Lord Krishna that I thought spiritual world is all very clear and pure, because we face all this envious thing in the material world only. But Mataji, my good luck that I received the direct mercies of Her Grace Yashomati Mataji, who is in Mayapur. She's the direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada ji, then Akrut Prabhuji, who used to be with Guru Maharaj ji, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ji. I received his direct association also, and many more. So God is there watching each of us. I'm so happy that Lord's mercies are there in the form of good devotees like Prabhuji, you all, everyone, senior devotees. Thanks a lot, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you all the devotees for attending today's session. Mataji, you can glorify Dr. Chaitanya Charitamrita and then we can close the session.
श्री चैतन्य चरितमृत ग्रंथ राज की जय। कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। निताई गौर सीता।